Hello guys and welcome to card review. Next expansion of Hearthstone is gonna be Rastakhan's Rumble. There's some new mechanic, overkill. Essentially, it's spells and minions which do damage, and if you deal more damage to a creature than it has life, it triggers the effect of overkill. Okay, so Druid first. Predator Instincts. For mana, draw a beast from your deck. Double its health. So what are the implications of this? Like, very big stuff you pay a lot of mana for is normally not good. Why not? Because of cards like Hex and Wildspan Slayer, Sap, Assassinate. I mean, it's not playable, but you get the idea, right? Naturalize. So why would you spend 4 mana doing nothing? You might draw a tiny beast, right? But that doesn't make sense. Because tiny beast, even with double HP, is not worth a lot of mana. You can play this in Druid to draw your Heartless. Doubling hex on it, doubling life on it is not good at all, though. Like, you want to die, right? And I don't see myself playing it. Like, you draw Heartless frequently enough. You have Master Occult. There are some more beasts introduced in this expansion, but I still don't see why would you play this, because 4 mana do nothing. Even if you get like some sort of crazy big beast with taunt and a bunch of life, it can still get countered easily. So I'm not a fan of it. I don't think it will see play. And let's give it a star rating, right? This one is 1.5 star. Maybe there's something somewhere, I don't see it. And of course, like, if Blizzard wants to make this card playable, they will do it. Speed of the Raptor. Stealth for 1 turn after hero attacks and kills a minion. Draw a card. 1 mana. That doesn't sound so great. You would just spend a card and 1 mana to play it, right? And then you have to kill a minion. Some decks, as of now, they don't even run any minions. And killing a minion is very tough. There are cards like Minotide Totem, you just play and draw a card. Draw the cycles. This one, poof. It's tough to see it work. There's also Savage Striker card, which is 2 mana 2/3 and battlecry deal damage to an enemy minion equal to your hero's attack. So I assume they're following such trend. Druid also has Savagery and Claw and Bite. Yeah, but those cards have never been useful. Maybe Claw has seen some play, but I think it was 2014. Even if it works, 1 mana cycle, you get a 0/3. If you're on a board, your opponent wants to kill it, or you can keep using your Claws and Bites to keep drawing cards. Well, it just sounds like not what I want to be doing with my deck right now. But like, I don't want to rate this card on a base of not revealed cards yet. And for now, it's just a 1 star. But we will see. Like, there should be more synergy with hero power for the Druid and the ways of getting attack. Yeah. Savage Striker. Battlecry deal damage to an enemy minion equal to hero's attack. 2 mana 2/3. Well, 2 mana 2/3 isn't too bad. But in Druid, like in general, you want to be running Wild Growth. And you want to curve slightly higher. You don't want to be having good 2-drops, you want to have Wild Growth. And removals. Yep, that's what you're doing normally as a Druid, right? There used to be 2 mana 2/3 cards in Druid set. Darnassus Aspirant. Well, this guy, it looks fun, but I don't see a reason to play it. Like, compared to Medivh Valet, if you only have Malfurion, you can kind of use it like a late game Medivh Valet. It doesn't even go face. It only hits minions. Yeah, it's also 1 star as of now. I might change my opinion seeing more cards in the set though. Ironhide, Dinehorn, 7 mana 7/7, overkill, summon a 5/5 Ironhide Runt, and it's a beast. Okay, so I want to say you want to use Predatory Instincts to be drawing this card. Then you get a 7 mana 7/14, and oh my god, my opponent can't kill it, I'll be getting 5/5s, oh my god, I'm so good. Yeah, cool story, Bob. Cards like Wildspan Slayer, Sap, Naturalize, they all still exist, and if you Predatory Instincts into Ironhide Dinehorn, you spend 11 mana, and your opponent can spend 1 mana to kill it. That's why it's not good. Arena Superstar? Yeah. I mean, okay, let's forget about Predatory Instincts. How good is 7 mana 7/7 overkill summon 5/5 by itself? It's fine. Like, I wouldn't play it in Maliga's Druid maybe. Like Maligas runs some threats. You won't feel super upset about it getting Wild Spine if you have a Lich King next turn. There can also be some sort of more aggressive Druid deck. Where you're playing Beasts and Witching Hour just for the res. Okay, let's give it 2 stars for now. Unlikely to see play, but it's kinda interesting. Yeah, it's good in Arena. I don't care about Arena. Power creep of War Golem. War Golem is so good, right? Revenge of the Wild, 2 mana, summon your beast that died this turn. People hide this card a lot. Well, problem with it, you have to have a board, and you have to trade into something, and if your opponent kills your stuff with removals, it doesn't work, and it takes a spot in your hand, and 2 mana sometimes can be awkward, to feel on curve, to play stuff and play this as well. And as of now, if you ask me, will I play this card in any deck, I would say no. Like Spell Power Hunter, there are very limited applications to it. Say you're going for Spellstone and then you're playing against Art Paladin, he like hits with 1 cleaver and goes for level up, and you can Revenge of the Wild and get your stuff back. I don't see it right now. It has to be some sort of heavy beast hunter for this card to be playable. I can see some synergy or some potential to it if there will be more beasts added to make like heavy beast hunter a little bit better. But I just don't see it like, and this card is not supposed to be OP. Because Blizzard wants to be printing more beasts. If it's gonna be OP immediately, it means they can't print powerful beasts for the hunter. Yeah, like it's not good now, but it has a powerful effect. Let's give it 2.5 for now. You can cube a beast and play Revenge of the Wild. Yeah, but you can also die until turn 7. Remember Feign Death? Nobody played it. Well, it's different. Maybe it's a little bit easier to pull it off. 2 mana late game card for the hunter. It's like mana efficiency problem. It's not like as important. It's more about having stuff to play and having the board assembled prior to the stage, right? You have beasts on the board, and if it's for some reason playable, your opponent will be like, okay, he might have Revenge of the Wild. I better keep this beast under control, which is less useful. Baited Arrow, 5 mana, deal 3 damage, overkill summon a 5/5 Delosaur. 5 mana, deal 3 damage, overkill summon 5/5 Delosaur. Yeah, I kinda took this card as an example of a bad overkill mechanic. Because overkill, deal 3 damage and overkill a minion is pretty difficult, right? And by itself, the deal 3 damage is not as powerful for 5 mana. Like, you don't want to be dealing 3 damage to something unless you're really desperate. And if you're overkilling something, it's awesome. Because you like, say there's an 8/2 Lich King on the board, and you deal 2 damage to it and you get a 5/5. Well, it's awesome. It's just not so often useful, this card. And like against Zoo, say, like a 5/5 is not even doing so much because it only has 1 trade per turn. Well, it does do pretty well against aggro, but game is often decided before turn 5 for all the existing archetypes right now. So as of now, I wouldn't be playing this card in any deck really, but there might be a meta where everybody plays 2 toughness, 1 toughness stuff, but you want to be killing. Like even against Zoo, Baited Arrow, like you can snipe down, say, a 2/2 Fungalmancer and get a 5/5. It's not even much better than just having a Pit Fighter. Yeah, maybe in Spell Hunter this card is decent. I'll give it 2.5, I guess. Post rotation, like we will be less picky about cards, so post rotation it will probably be playable. It's always this limitation of the card pool when New Year hits. Sprint Poe, 1 mana 1/1 beast, rush, battlecry, add 1/1 links to your with rush to your hand. Interesting. It's kind of a replacement for Candle Shot if you want to be running Hunter's Mark. Does fit in Heavy Beast Hunter. Like this card and Revenge of the Wild might fill it up for an awkwardness. Say if you already have 1 beast on the board, Revenge of the Wild is just not quite strong enough, and then you just play a Sprint Paw on turn 4, say, or on turn 5, and you get 4 once it's charged on top of a beast you're trading. Again, as of now, I won't be playing it anywhere. Katharina, it just gets, it gives you a beast. Having this in deck means you can pull the 1/1 out of your deck. You can play it in Spell Hunter because it's a minion, and in Trap Hunter, it's just not what I need, I think. Candle Shot is just doing the stuff better than this at the present time. But like later, again, maybe some sort of Scavenging Hyena, Beast Hunter with Spring Paw. I can see it. I even want to give it 3 stars because it has a good potential. I remember metas where I could really use this card in my Hunter, but it's in the past, like Kindly Grandmother Hunters. Say, actually, in Kindly Grandmother deck, if you remember, both Revenge of the Wild and Spring Paw would have been pretty good cards. It was in the past, so there are no such decks I could put Spring Paw in anymore. So I'll just give it 2.5 again. Blizzard can make it work, and if they printed it, it sounds like a good card, and I think they have something in mind. People were complaining about lack of variety in Hearthstone. A lot of playable decks, but they're all old, right? So I think Blizzard is doing something new right now, or like old type of new, just bringing back heavy beast hunters. We will see. It has potential.